I'm home.
Professor Reedy, where have you been?
Whoa, there it is. Low budget.
Nope, yep. I actually can do that. Got lots of stuff to do.
Part of the color.
Yes!
Snake! There's everybody!
Well, we're back!
We're back, Bob! Can you believe it?
Molly, it's good to see you again. Woo-hoo.
Now, you all know that our show was canceled.
I was cut off the show. Wow, you were too?
Yes, it was just due to a lack of funding. However, we have gotten news that people are asking for us to come back and
Viewers like you.
Yes.
We want to say thank you because of your calls, your emails, your texts to the station. Nazareth News is back and I'm Bob and I'll be here all day long. Except for lunch, snack, time with my dinner. Well, I'll be back here next week for sure.
Oh boy, thank you, Bob. I have missed your little saying about how you're here all day long.
Now the thing is why do people want us back? There's big news going on.
Well, there's big news, and as you know, if there's a question, I will try to find the answer. And so sure enough, we're getting questions more and more about what is Jesus doing? What is Jesus, who we know is from Nazareth, because we're Nazareth News, people want to know, what's he doing now?
So I'm going to ask you the question, Molly. What is Jesus doing now? What's the scoop?
What's the scoop? Well, he continues to do a lot of things. I mean, we saw that he fed a whole bunch of people.
Like 5,000
I was gonna
men,
say,
and then women and children.
That's right.
So lots and lots.
And remember, we had our guest, the young boy who gave his Happy Meal. So
happy.
Right. All those people, through a miracle, were able to have enough food. So he just continues to do all these things. That is, Jesus continues to do all these things.
And we know that he's healing people and instructing them on who Jesus is.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, we're not able to be live, but we do get reports back a few days after certain events. And sure enough, we have another person who is going to be joining us today. Now, this is a little bit different than we've had in the past.
Yes, for sure. This segment is called Dear Bob. We had an email come in and say, Dear Bob, I'm a little frustrated.
Oh!
Frustrated about somebody in my family. And I said, we need to find out what's going on in this family. So I think we're going to bring this guest in and find out more what's going on and why this individual is frustrated.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to take off. I've got a few stories I'm looking into, but I cannot wait to find a little bit more about this Dear Bob segment.
Yep. Well,
You'll have to let me
and
know how it
now a
goes.
word from our commercials.
Do you know what that noise was? Was it a foghorn? Was it some strange animal? Oh no siree, it is the Swiffer Wet Jet. And if you don't have one, we suggest you get one because it cleans your floors fresh and clean.
Well, thank you from a word from our sponsors, and we are back, and we are interested in our segment. We have a special lady from Bethany who's contacted us for the Dear Bob, I Have a Problem segment. And can we please bring in our guest? Yes, welcome guest.
Well, this is a nice set you have here.
Wow.
Look at how nice
Hi,
this
how are
looks.
you?
I'm good. Do you mind if I clean this off a minute? It
Is
looks
it
a
dirty?
little dirty.
Well,
Yes, I'm sorry.
If you need to clean it up a little bit, feel free.
I don't
Yes.
make these like they used to.
I think where I'd like to start, I think you're cleaning my head too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your duster is getting me dusty.
You always come prepared. It's so important that you have a clean home, a clean space for people to come feel welcome.
Well, okay. Well, let's start with something simple here, okay?
Okay.
Let's start out with your name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How rude of me.
Yes, you started just
My
cleaning up my
name-
spot.
Oh yeah. My name is Martha.
Yes. And you're from Bethany, correct?
Yes, I'm from Bethany. Now that's just a few miles outside of Jerusalem.
Very good.
Yes.
And you had contacted me in the segment, Dear Bob, I Have a Problem.
Yes.
And we are curious, and I'd love to see if I'm able to help you walk through it and get you to the better spot.
Okay. Well, I need to start with, I love your program.
Well, thank you. And we're back.
Yes, I'm so excited excited you're back. Now, part of why I got in contact with your office is that I know Jesus. And Jesus...
You do?
Yeah!
Well, that's what we're focused on here on Nazareth News. We are following Jesus and knowing more about who he is and what he's all about.
Yes, and Jesus was actually in my house.
Well, I gotta stand up for that one. He was in your house?
Yes,
oh my goodness. Tell me what it was like.
Well, obviously, to have him come into my home was amazing.
I bet.
And whenever...
Truly life-changing.
Yes, and it is so important that when someone comes into your home, especially Jesus and a few of his friends, that you have a very clean home. I mean, we gotta start there. You know, always clean, and it's looking so good. Bob, you actually look a little bit like... Can I wipe off your microphone? There we go. It's
Martha, thank you.
Yes, so that's definitely important.
So it is important.
Yes.
But you said Jesus was coming.
Yes, he was coming, right?
All right.
And so I'm preparing, I'm getting my house. Now, when people come, what do they have to do? Eat! Come on, Bob, you know that.
Well, I'm prepared for you.
You're always talking about fish fries.
Yep, I know, fish right here. So there you go. Show me what you're doing. I knew you were getting ready to eat.
Okay.
Plus, I'm always hungry and I got a snack down low.
Seriously, you got a bowl, a plate, and a spoon in
Yeah.
your drawer?
Yeah.
Okay, Bob. Well, yes, I did need to do some prep for Jesus and his friends, as I mentioned. Now, do you think that that's easy to do? No, sirree, Bob.
Okay. It sounds like you were quite busy.
No, it is.
You were getting ready for Jesus to come. You were tidying up the home. You made it smell all pretty. You were getting the food ready.
Did I mention it smelled pretty? That's right. Look,
Okay.
lots of stuff going on. Yes.
You might not want to put that over my plate.
Okay.
All right. So
Well, pretty much.
it sounds like everything's good. Why did you contact Dear Bob? I have a problem.
No, I'm not done telling you all the things that had to be done yet.
Okay.
If somebody's going to come, especially in this day and age, it's not like I just turn my faucet on and water comes out. Do you know how far Martha Girl has to go walking to get water?
I don't know how far Martha Girl has to go, but I bet it's farther than the faucet.
Yeah, it's a far way. Now, Mary, did I mention I have a sister?
No, you have not mentioned Mary. Who's Mary?
My sister.
You have a sister, Mary.
I have a sister, Mary.
Your parents had Mary and Martha. You know what they are? The M&M girls.
You've never been called that, Mom.
There you go.
Wow. Well, that's good. Creative you are.
Exactly.
No wonder you do such a good job on this program.
Now, Mary and Martha, I bet you both are clean and getting ready.
Now, Mary did come help me get some water.
Okay.
If we're gonna have bread, what do you have to do? You gotta get that grain all ready, you gotta pound it, you gotta knead your dough, you gotta bake it. I mean, there is so much work. Woo,
You are looking sweaty. Do you need a drink or something? You doing okay?
I'm okay, thank you.
Woo.
So lots of work. And did I mention I had a sister?
Yeah, Mary.
This is where the problem comes in.
The problem comes in. So Jesus comes to your house finally.
He arrives with the guests, which I'm so glad they came. Don't get me wrong. I love to have guests.
Yeah.
And one of my gifts is hospitality.
Oh, hospitality. That's like getting the house ready, making it smell clean. Lemon fresh.
Yep.
Getting some food.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody felt really comfortable like that.
It's important. I mean,
It's hard work.
important to me.
It's
Yes.
hard work.
Now, Mary helped a little, but when Jesus came, do you know where I found her?
In the kitchen cooking.
Oh, no, sir.
In the restroom cleaning up the towels.
No.
Sweeping the front porch.
No, that'd have been lovely, but no.
What was Mary doing?
Mary was at the feet of Jesus.
Were they dirty?
She was listening to him.
Mary was listening to Jesus.
Just sitting there.
Well,
I am working.
You've established that. Now, a lot of people have been really curious about what Jesus is saying all over, and so Mary was sitting there listening, and you were working.
I'm working. I mean, what could Jesus be saying that is more important than me getting the job done? Than me getting food for them? I mean, what happens when they come and they're hungry?
Martha! I think you missed the focus.
What is the focus?
You're focused on the food and the stuff and not Jesus.
Well, I mean, Jesus is going to be hungry.
He is going to be hungry, but you have Jesus in your home. Didn't you want to spend time with him?
Huh. Well, I did, but I had more important things to do.
More important things rather than learning from him and hearing about him and...
Listen, Bob, if somebody doesn't do these things, they're not going to get done. I mean, I got to get my priorities straight.
Well, it sounds like you kind of were a little frustrated. And what did Jesus do about your frustration?
Well, I kind of let him know.
You let Jesus know.
I was like, Jesus, my sister is sitting at your feet while I'm doing all the stuff in the kitchen. I'm working, and yeah,
You told him that, and he's doing all this amazing stuff, and he's your guest, and you told him that you're doing the hard work, and Mary's doing the nothing, just sitting there doing squat.
Now I'm a little bit more calm right now than I was when I actually talked to Jesus.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
I was like,
now the good thing is we can always tell Jesus.
Mom!
Okay.
I was not happy. I was a fussing and a mussing and getting myself in a real whirlwind, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wow.
Whew.
I would not want to see the real whirlwind.
No, I mean, but can you blame me? I was really frustrated.
Because you were doing all the work and Mary was doing nothing.
Right.
Well, I have a question for you,
Yes,
Mary.
yes.
Martha, what?
Yeah, get the name straight.
Sorry.
There.
The M&M's, and it's a little tricky at times. All right, so Martha,
Yes.
what did Jesus respond when you told him how you felt that you were doing all the work, doing the important stuff, and Mary was just sitting at his feet listening to him?
Well,
Yeah?
can I sit down?
Well, sure, have a seat.
You know, he said I was getting myself a little worked up
Yep.
and that I was kind of missing the main point.
That's what I was just telling you a few minutes ago.
Yeah. And he talked about how Mary, which she's a sweet sister, how she was focused on something that would never go away.
Never. Which is Jesus. The dust would come back. The dirt would come back.
Yes.
But Jesus is always there.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you were focused on kind of the wrong thing rather than the main thing.
Yeah.
Now, is it good to have your house clean? For sure, right, Martha?
Yes, I love a good house clean.
We've understood that. We've seen it. We smelled it. Well, everything. We got the point. Quite good. But I think, did it make sense to you that you missed the essential thing to be with Jesus?
You know, it's easy to happen.
You got distracted.
I got distracted.
Man, there's lots of things that can distract you with the house, but man, you have the main guest and you got distracted on the little stuff.
You know, I should probably go ask Mary what it was that she was talking about with Jesus.
That would be the next story I would love to cover on Never News.
Well, I'm sorry, Bob, but I'm gonna have to take my duster. And I'm gonna have to head on out find out what it was that Jesus shared with my sister, because clearly she was onto something that I missed.
I think she got the better end of that bargain. You got all the work and she actually took focus on Jesus. All right, well, Martha, thank you so much for being with us, and you head on out with all your cleaning supplies. And it was so nice having you here today.
Just so looked a little dirty.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right,
Toodles!
folks. Well, the set has never been cleaner, and I'm so glad that we got that report from Martha, and it was really interesting to learn what she focused on was not the main point, that Jesus was the main point in everything that he was saying. So thanks for joining us again on Nazareth News.
Well, welcome to Kidspace Live.
We're glad that you were here, and Nazareth News was back. Can you believe that? What are you doing? Are you falling asleep?
What? No, do you smell something?
Darcery, what did you do down there?
It smells amazing. It's like this lemon-scented, clean smell. Oh, I love it. It's never smelled so clean.
That reminds me of our lesson today with Mary and Martha, and when Jesus came to visit them.
I don't understand. What does a clean table have to do with Mary, Martha, and Jesus?
Well, Jesus was going to Mary and Martha's house, and we learned today in our lesson that Martha was cleaning and getting ready and doing all this stuff, and Mary was probably too. But then, when Jesus got there, Martha just kept working, and Mary, guess what she did?
What did she do? Where are you going? Oh.
Mary just grabbed a seat and sat at Jesus' feet.
Can you imagine sitting at the feet of Jesus? Can you imagine what she must have heard?
She probably heard about the feeding of the 5,000. She heard about healings, about who Jesus was. That's the most amazing thing, is who he was and just what he had by being God himself.
And who is he?
Jesus!
Yeah, he's the Son of God.
Man.
He is amazing, and he walked this earth, right? And so I can't even imagine imagine like Mary hearing all these things. Now, we can't get too critical of Martha Girl.
Why's that?
Well, I mean, I get it. When people come to my house, I want to clean. I'm like, I gotta clean. I gotta make sure everything looks good.
Pick up your socks!
Me pick up socks?
No, I'm telling the kids to pick up their socks. When they get home, take off the socks, pick them up.
I was like, I don't leave my socks on the floor. You leave your socks on the floor.
All right, don't sell me out about leaving my socks on the floor. It's true. But we all do things that we need to have picked up and cleaned up. So that's a good thing to do.
That's right.
But when Jesus is in the house, let's focus on him.
Yes, I think Martha got distracted by what was really, really important. Now, do we ever get distracted?
What are you doing?
Mr. Chris, what are you doing?
I got distracted.
Oh,
I was hungry.
Mr. Chris.
But we can get distracted. We get hungry, we get focused on other things, and sometimes we miss out on the best thing, which is time with Jesus.
Now, do you ever get distracted? Do you ever get too busy to spend time learning about Jesus? I know I do. They're shaking their heads. Yes.
Sometimes it's our activities.
Yep. Could be basketball. Could be dance. Could be track. Could be drawing pictures. Oh, yeah. Video games.
TV.
Listening to music. Watching
Lots
some
of different
shows.
things that can get us distracted. Are those things bad? No. But when they become more important than Jesus, when Jesus is with us, that's when it gets to be a problem.
Now, we went back to talking about what it must have been like to sit at the feet of Jesus, right?
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing. Now, do you know that now Jesus can be in more places than one? Let me say that again.
You know why?
Well, let's repeat that. So when Jesus was alive, many, many years ago,
Right.
he could be in one place at one time.
Like Bethany.
Right? He was
With the M&M sisters.
Right, exactly. Yes. Okay, but now he can be in more than one place at the same time. I know, kind of like boom, blow your mind type of thing.
That's because he is God.
He's the Son of God. That's right. So he can be with me as I am doing, I don't know, I'm exercising or I'm doing my laundry, whatever I'm doing, he can be with me. But he can also at the same time be with you.
Exactly.
And you.
And you know what I think we're going to do? We're going to throw a big word in there. We're going to teach them.
Okay.
It's called Omnipresence.
Oh, you went there!
We went there, omnipresent. Say it with me. Omnipresent. Present. And that means that Jesus, God, is with us all the time because he's God. Can we understand it? No, because I can only be in my kitchen right here, right now. But God can be anywhere and everywhere with everyone. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, so think about it. Here's Mary sitting at the feet of God, hearing all these amazing things. And then Martha, she is distracted, even though she's doing good things, she's distracted by the things of this world. And so we want to pray that we know that we can spend time with Jesus anytime we want, but that we choose to do that and we don't get distracted.
So don't miss out like Martha. Make sure you spend time with Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's pray. Well, dear Lord, I thank you that Jesus is there for us all the time, no matter what's going on. And Lord, help us not to get distracted of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis, but help us to carve out that time to sit at your feet, listen to you, worship you, and learn from the Bible how to follow you better. So Lord, I pray that we would focus on you, and as we do that, we'd have opportunities to share that hope and that joy that we have in you with all of our friends and family. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
This is my faith, this is my focus, all of my days. I know where my hope is, I'll live it loud, I'll shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking, looking, looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, on you, on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud. I shout the chorus because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking, looking, looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking, looking, looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! You ready? Come on, let's go. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, oh. Anywhere. I fix my eyes on you, you. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, I fix my eyes on you, and keep on looking, looking, looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking, looking, looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only, you are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, on you, on you.
It's challenge time.
That's right. Now, if you were with us not last week, but the week before,
2 weeks ago,
we asked a question to you.
the question was, as Jesus was leaving Jericho, what city was he heading to?
That's right. Where did he turn his face towards? And the answer was
Jerusalem!
Jerusalem.
Good job to our people who contacted us.
That's
Thank you so much. Good job.
Now, this week's challenge, we took a look at Mary and Martha.
The M&M sisters.
The M&M sisters. Oh, there's a brother in the mix.
There's a brother? Well, that doesn't work. What candy are we going to do with that?
So, your challenge is to tell us the name of their brother. Send in your guesses.
Was he a mountain bar? That's right, it's face-off time! Well, in our lesson today, we learned that Martha was busy getting ready to make some treats in the kitchen for Jesus. Well, maybe not treats, maybe dinner.
I bet she did make something kind of fun like
Did
that.
she make cupcakes like this?
I don't know, maybe.
Wait, why do we have these in our house?
Well, we wanted to let you know that there has been some updates with Kidspace, which is where we meet on Sunday mornings at City Church.
Oh, very good. And if you do that, we've bought some new toys and stuff for the kiddos, and we need to get them opened up.
We do, that's right. Now, just so you know, all rooms are open, and the 1st through 5th graders are actually going to be meeting at the Covenant Gym on March 26th, Mr. Chris, is that right?
27.
27th. Oh, I knew I was going to get it right.
All right, so our face-off today is to open this up. Take the 3 layers of cupcakes off, put them back on the blue thing. First one to finish it all will be the winner.
And Mr. Chris, we should say that if you're comfortable coming back, we would love to see you.
Well, for sure.
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Mark, set, go. We don't have our producer today.